Brent crude surges over $120 a barrel on Iran war worries, while world stocks are mixed. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Add AP News on Google. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Share Hong Kong app. The price of Brent crude oil briefly surged past $126 a barrel early Thursday as stalled U.S. Iran talks raised doubts over the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz and a permanent end to the Iran war. Brent crude, to be delivered in June, jumped 3.3% to $121.90 after briefly soaring past $126 per barrel. Brent, to be delivered in July, rose 1.4% to $112.02. Benchmark U.S. crude climbed 1.3% to $108.28 per barrel. Before the war began in late February, Brent crude was trading around $70 per barrel. There is no clear path to an end to the war. The U.S. has continued its blockade of Iranian ports while the Strait of Hormuz is closed, pushing oil prices higher. Reports Thursday suggesting a possible escalation by U.S. President Donald Trump doused hopes for a quick end to the conflict. The breakdown of talks between the U.S. and Iran, along with President Trump reportedly rejecting Iran's proposal for a reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, has the market losing hope for any quick resumption in oil flows, ING Bank strategists Warren Patterson and Ewer Manthi wrote in a research note. Oil prices vary depending on the type of crude oil, where it is being traded and under what terms, for futures contracts. By some measures, Brent has hit its highest level since its peak of $147.50 per barrel in 2008 during the global financial crisis. With the war rattling world markets, the U.S. dollar fell to 160.02 Japanese yen after surging earlier Thursday to its highest level in nearly 2 years. It closed at 160.44 yen on Wednesday. Read more. The dollar has gained against other major currencies partly due to its status as a safe haven for investors in times of risk, and partly because U.S. interest rates have remained relatively high as the Federal Reserve strives to balance a need to boost the economy with curbing the higher prices that partly are a result of the war. The Fed's decision to keep interest rates steady at its policymaking meeting Wednesday further supported the dollar. Analysts said Japanese officials will likely intervene if the yen drops much more. The euro rose to $1.1686 from $1.1675. U.S. futures retreated and world shares were mixed following a muted performance on Wall Street on Wednesday. In early European trading, Britain's FTSE 100 was up 0.5% to 10,259.08. France's CAC 40 lost 1.1% to 7,985.62, while Germany's DAX traded 0.2% lower at 23,896.19. Asian stocks mostly fell. Tokyo's Nikkei 225 shed 1% to 59,284.92, and the Kospi in South Korea fell 1.4% to 6,598.87. Hong Kong's Hang Seng lost 1.3% to 25,776.53, and the Shanghai Composite Index closed 0.1% higher at 4,112.16. China's factory activity for April slowed slightly but